It happened on a deserted road late in the evening. A cold wind was driving dust and dry leaves along the roadside. A car, speeding down the highway, suddenly hit something with its front bumper. There was a short screech of brakes and a dull thud. The driver turned around, but, seeing only a shadow lying at the edge of the road in the mirror, pressed the gas and disappeared into the darkness. What he had hit was a living creature, a wolf. Barely moving its paws, it, overcoming the pain, crawled to a ditch and collapsed into it, breathing heavily. Its hind legs were broken, and it could no longer get up. In the wild, this meant one thing: agonizing death, from starvation or from the fangs of other predators, who would soon be attracted by the smell of blood. But fate had other plans. In the morning, a man was driving down the same road. He noticed a motionless body on the side of the road and at first thought the wolf was already dead. However, when he approached closer, he noticed that the animal's eyes were open, and in them, besides pain, a spark of hope glimmered. The man wasn't frightened, although he understood perfectly well that before him was a wild predator. He took a blanket from his car, carefully covered the wolf, and called the nearest veterinary clinic. Thus began a rescue story that touched the hearts of many. It was later discovered that it was an Arabian wolf, a rare subspecies found in Yemen, Tunisia, and Israel. These animals are smaller in size than gray wolves and do indeed resemble ordinary dogs in appearance. People in those regions dislike them for their frequent attacks on livestock, which is precisely why the driver who hit the animal didn't even stop. The man who found the wolf named him Oliel. At the clinic, the animal was operated on, bone fragments were removed, its wounds were treated, and metal fixators were installed. At first, the doctors weren't sure he would survive, but Oliel seemed to sense he was being given a second chance. He endured bandage changes without growling or biting, even though the pain was unbearable. Several weeks passed. The wolf started to eat, and a month later, he was already cautiously standing on his paws. He was transferred to a wildlife sanctuary where he spent 4 long months in rehabilitation. The people who cared for him said he seemed to understand every word and every gesture of gratitude. When the day of release finally came, the vet led Oliel out into an open area where a green forest stretched beyond the horizon. At first, the wolf didn't believe it. He stood there, looking at the people as if asking, "Is it really okay?" And then suddenly, as if remembering who he was, he abruptly broke into a run. His silhouette quickly dissolved among the trees. No one knows what became of him afterward. But at that moment, everyone present at his release understood: a kindness done once never disappears.